Ladies and gentlemen, James Baker stated he's 100% confident Sussman told him he was acting alone. That's in addition to the text message. So if he's 100% confident, the jury was told that they have to judge the case based on what Sussman told Baker in addition to the text message. So it wasn't just the text message. It wasn't just the text message saying, oh, I'm coming on behalf of myself, not on behalf of a client, as he billed the Clinton campaign. The man lied specifically to cover up the fact that he was trying to funnel derogatory, negative, false, fabricated information into the United States government to get taxpayer dollars to investigate Trump. Notice that the Mueller probe, 5 years of obsession of media and morally superior, wonderful, highly educated liberal Democrats found nothing. He never was installed by the Kremlin. And the Facebook ads didn't swing even one person from Clinton to Trump. Nothing. Okay, they couldn't stand losing to Trump. They were mortified. So they needed some kind of scapegoat. And of course, they dug into a deep-seated well of hysteria against one country. And they said, well, they don't like Democrats because Democrats are the cold warriors. Well, you see what's taking place in Europe right now. The most horrendous geopolitical quagmire in modern European history, taking place under the watch of mashed potato brains. Interestingly enough, he's using that crisis to blame inflation, recession, high interest rates, food shortages. We had all of those things, and we were heading towards all of those things long before the geopolitical crisis. Again, you can watch the segments in the description section of this YouTube segment, and every YouTube segment I do. I started the stock market crash channel. Hit subscribe. There I have a very important segment, and I'm going to have another one very soon on the stock market crash channel, but I have a very important segment today on the stock market crash channel. Hit subscribe there, and subscribe to the Bitcoin crash to 10,000 or lower channel. I don't want that to happen, but unfortunately, Bitcoin is going to tank below 10,000. The Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P, today they were up, but they've had like what the worst 100 days, or one of the worst 3-month span in stock market history. One of the worst in NASDAQ history. And I stated that would take place. Watch those two channels below in the pinned comment. But Democrats have to blame. They need a scapegoat. They can't just look and say, oh, okay, it was us that we pushed to end economic activity in the most paranoid and hysterical reaction to a serious problem. So they ended all economic activity for about about a year. If it was only a month, that'd be different. About a year and a half. Trump wanted to reopen after like a month and a half. And the Washington Post and others said, it's too soon, you can't open up. Experts, bureaucrats, multinational organizations who want to protect you say we need to end economic activity as we know it. Now we have record highs in inflation. What does this have to do with the Durham probe special counsel? Because they can never look in the mirror. They went ahead, set up and framed Trump. Sussman was a part of it. 18 U.S. Code 371 is the statute. So, by the way, I will have a live stream this evening. I don't know if I said that already, but I will have a live stream this evening at around 8:30 p.m. So be here tonight. After you watch this, head on over to the live stream, the Durham Probe Special Counsel live stream. And that will be tonight at around 8:30 p.m. But ladies and gentlemen, you have Durham trial, Washington Examiner, Baker 100% confident Sussman told him he was acting alone. That's all you need to know. James Baker, the FBI's former general counsel, testified he was 100% confident Democratic cybersecurity lawyer Michael Sussman told him in a September 26 meeting he was not there on behalf of a client when pushing false Trump-Russia claims. That's pretty much all that the jury needs to know to convict Sussman, in addition to the text message and billing records. It's pretty clear. Now, I'm trying to cover all my bases because I don't want people to say, oh my God, there'll never be justice. Oh my God. No, I don't want that. You have to understand, Rome wasn't built in a day. Thank God we'll have Trump Republicans take over the House and Senate. Literally nothing that Democrats push for ever works out. Medicare for all, Green New Deal, abolish the filibuster, pack the courts, abolish student debt. All of these things never work out. They're used to funnel left-leaning voters back into the Democratic Party. Then they they preach and pontificate and give these sermons on morality when they act in the most immoral manner after every tragedy. Nothing they have done for years of tragedies where it's like a second after the tragedy and they're saying, oh, we need this legislation. Maniacs don't care about legislation. Furthermore, criminals will obtain anything they want despite breaking laws because they're criminals. Okay, people who've absolutely gone mad and absolutely want to become the epitome of evil will not be stopped by Chuck Schumer's or Nancy Pelosi's or the Democratic Party's legislation trying to prevent anything. Okay? Notice how these criminals are stopped when they inflict the most heinous, unspeakable atrocities. How are they stopped? Oh, that's right. They're stopped by either a policeman or by a citizen with the use of a particular object that Democrats want to do away with. Okay? Part of the Constitution, you have to either protect people or allow people to protect themselves. That's a whole other story. Okay? The only way a madman or a maniac will be stopped is with reciprocal or greater force. That's it. Not legislation or vote blue no matter who. I don't think criminals and maniacs care if you yell out, impeach Trump. They don't really care. Or, vote blue no matter who. They will only be stopped with reciprocal or greater force. That's it. It's basic common sense. But again, Democrats run on emotion, apoplectic emotion. Their fuel is indignation. But anyway, the Durham Probe Special Counsel pretty much has a slam dunk easy case. Whether or not the jury is going to say that everyone knew at the Federal Bureau of Investigation, so Sussman wasn't really lying, and furthermore, it's kind of murky. So since everyone knew at the Bureau, then just one or two people you need for a hung jury mistrial, and then they'll retry. Then Durham will almost certainly retry the case. This time, making the text message more of a central issue, because there was a scheduling issue or problem, according to Andrew McCarthy, and there was a scheduling problem with Andrew McCarthy, and they couldn't utilize the text message as a central key component of the conviction. Sussman had to lie to James Baker at the meeting, and that's why I'm trying to harp on the fact that Baker was 100% confident Sussman told him he was acting alone. Now, Robert Cavea, Esquire, fantastic live streams on this. I watched them. They're awesome. One of the people at the law firm representing Sussman might have actually inadvertently lost this case, or was one of the reasons the jury will eventually side with the Durham Pro Special Counsel. They came up with this elaborate, this elaborate map or calendar of events where September 18th and 19th weren't on the calendar. That's exactly the days that Sussman met with and organized the meeting with Baker, saying he was coming alone. So the defense didn't even recognize, or like one witness didn't even understand the significance of the date that they met, which is kind of hilarious because the whole point is trying to convince the jury that Sussman didn't lie. Now, if Sussman will get convicted, the conviction, or like I said, or there's a hung jury and then a retrial, mistrial and then a retrial. Either way, the Pandora's box has been unleashed. We know now without a shadow of a doubt, we already knew this, but that Bureau officials knew Sussman was working on behalf of the Clinton campaign and accepted information on behalf of the Clinton campaign to use taxpayer dollars to investigate Trump. The notion also, like, it's very easy for Durham to actually indict people on 18 U.S. Code 371. All he has to ask is, did the United States government ever look at DNC servers? Then if they say, well, it was a bipartisan agreement that, the Senate panel said, they confirmed a high to moderate confidence assessment. It's very easy to refute intelligence community assessments. Within the ODNI and DHS reports, they claim high to moderate confidence assessments based on Tech Company One's research of the alleged DNC hack, which the DNC servers were never even looked at by the U.S. government. They were actually looking at the third-party tech firm outsourced by the Democratic Party, which also outsourced the Steele dossier, Glenn Simpson, Christopher Steele, and Sussman and his law firm, along with Mark Elias and everybody else. Democrats outsource everyone, get media to report on the outsourcing as if it was the United States government finding out this information, and create and weave their own conspiratorial, absurd, nonsensical theories. Then they complain about, yes, legitimate, like that they're right when they say, well, certain people believe in absurd theories. That's true. The Democratic Party and government foment the most absurd narratives that you'd have to be an imbecile to believe them. But we have half the electorate that believe that right now still that the Kremlin likes Trump. Utilizing the same logic against President Obama. He came in 2008 with a Russian reset. And Putin was literally quoted as saying he'd rather have Obama than McCain. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Big live stream tonight. Be here. Huge win for Durham. I mean, like I said, I'm giving the caveat here. Like, I can't control, we don't know how any jury can go ahead and come up with a bizarre verdict. It's pretty clear-cut with the 100% confidence that Sussman lied. So I would say it's a pretty clear-cut conviction. Give me your thoughts below. Be here for the live stream right now. Go to Bitcoin Crash to 10,000 or below channel. I have a very important segment. Thank you. Go, it's right below in the pinned comment. And also, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support my work, my Patreon is below. Become a member of this channel, especially for the live streams. They're really fun. And be here for the live stream tonight at 8:30.